Well, welcome to the Movies with Chill podcast. I'm your host, Chill. Today we'll be continuing our coverage of the Attack on Anime, Attack on Titan. As always, I am joined by Colton, Lee, and David. How you boys doing tonight?
What's up?
What's up?
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. We just finished off season 2 of Attack on Titan. We covered episode 36 and 37. Let's just jump right on into episode 36.
Let's get it.
Which is called Charge. After hearing Ymir's motives, Historia agrees to stay by her side. The pursuing soldiers close in on the armored titan and corner Bertolt, who refuses to give up Erin. Irwin leads a hellish charge against the warriors in which he is injured. Though Erin is rescued, Rhino refuses to let him escape and begins throwing titans into the retreating formation. When Erin and Mikasa are dismounted in the chaos, they come across the titan that ate Erin's mother 5 years ago.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Good episode. Lots of talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
always.
It's a lot of dialogue.
Always a lot
A
of
lot
talking.
of yelling, naturally.
I mean, Mikase's the only one that's like, I screw this.
Yeah.
And
kill
screw
them.
all of you. And again, why aren't you stabbing the meaty part?
Right?
It's huge.
Right.
It's red.
The thing is, I don't think it would really do anything.
But, I mean, there was a spot on the back of his neck that I guarantee if you hack at it.
Right?
I mean, maybe, but like
Put one in his
they
eye.
they chop off they have to chop off like a big chunk of it.
Right, but they've never even tried.
She did.
They just hit the wood or the bone part and
Yeah.
can't do it.
Well, he forms it's kind of like the crystallization thing, but he's mastered it. It's kind of what the armored titan's whole thing is that.
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah. A really good scene where Bertolt has Erin on his back, and basically one by one, all of the cadets jump onto the armored titan, and they're communicating with Bertolt, who has Erin, and then Rhina's protecting him. So everybody's
Like
around
his
him.
chest,
Yeah.
with his hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I really like this scene just because it's kind of like, hey, remember when we were doing this? Remember when we were doing that? And, Jean is trying to communicate with them like, hey, I don't know why you guys are doing this, but like we can figure this
We
out.
can help you.
Yeah.
Which was a lie.
You're right. But for some of these characters like Connie, they don't realize like, holy shit, this is
Yeah, they don't
everything's
know
going on.
They don't
in
know
it.
the whole story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's kind of heartbreaking because, one day these people that you've been with for 4 or 5 years or whatnot doing training is just automatically just boom. And I feel like a lot of these characters still have to come to terms with these are the villains, quote unquote,
Not Mikasa,
Right.
though. Mikasa was just all in.
Yeah,
was
she
just
was
like,
done.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
What was her line in this episode? I'm going to kill the bitch or something like
Yeah,
that.
either something
Either
or
give up Erin.
it's either this one or the bitch I'm going to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Ymir's in her Titan form and she's straddling on the back of the armored Titan.
Yeah.
And then Mikasa goes up to try and attack Ymir, and then Krista gets in the way and she's like, no, stop. You can't do this. And she's
I'd
like,
cut right through both of them.
right.
Make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs.
Oh,
And that's
man, talk
basically
about
what
pissing your mirror off.
Ymir's dead because I'm cutting through her
Right.
to kill Ymir.
Right.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 swipe.
And
Cold-blooded.
I think it's kind of funny because you guys were like, why are you doing this? Just attack Ymir. And then, initially you're led to believe like, oh man, here we go. We're going to get another sappy moment where going back and forth. But no, Mikasa's like, no, you got to move out of the way so I can kill the bitch
Yeah,
and
I'm
I can get
done.
at Erin.
And then
So-
she doesn't. And then she doesn't kill her. I'm like, y'all
Well, because Ymir doesn't
hesitate.
Ymir doesn't
Way
do
too
anything.
much.
She's
Right.
Like, okay,
She's
fine.
like, okay, fine. Go get Erin. I'm not going to stop you. Because initially she was stopping her from getting onto the armor Titan.
Mikasa's
Not
thing is
enough.
just
Not
like
enough Titan killing, in my opinion.
Yeah. A lot of human killing.
Yeah,
a lot of chomping.
like
Right.
again, like David said, there's like 4 good fighters
Yeah.
amongst.
I mean, they're
all of them.
terrible.
Aaron hasn't even done anything.
And then you have Levi, who's amazing, that's not with them.
Yes,
Right.
He's just on the bench.
Yeah.
Just nah. We'll get to it. when
I
we
think
get to it.
I think that he's OP, so
Yeah.
they're like, we have to
he's like one of the Eternals.
Right,
don't come
we
out
have to
unless
keep
it's
him back.
Super bad.
Right.
and right now they're far away, so
Ah,
it's
we're
like, yeah,
good. We're
yeah,
good.
it's fine.
We're good.
Fine.
We don't need to come out.
Still has that sprained ankle, remember?
Right,
He's
right,
gotta
right.
rest
He's only
up.
about
heal.
80%, which is
He
still
don't
about
use his ankle to flip and fly around.
he's about 80%,
Yeah, but-
which is still about 60% better than their next best troop.
Right.
Seriously.
Anything else about this episode?
No, I thought it was great. It was action packed. You start to get some story, get a little bit of just hints at what's going on, and
Right. Any conclusions to the overall story, or any like hints towards it that you guys picked up on,
in this episode,
or just in the last couple?
I didn't really see anything in this episode.
Yeah.
No, the next episode gave us a little insight, I
Something.
thought.
Okay. You want to get right into that?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. So, episode 37, which is titled Scream. After Hannes is eaten by the Titan, which killed Erin's mother, Erin suddenly unleashes an incredible power upon the Titan, causing the other Titans to swarm it and tear it to pieces before chasing Rhina and Bertolt away. For her own reasons, Ymir leaves the scouts and retreats with the warriors. The scouts later conclude that the Titans which invaded Walrose were in fact the human citizens of Ragako.
Ragako. That's it.
As Eren devotes himself to discovering how to use his newfound power, a recovering Erwin concludes that the truths of the world will soon be unknown, before the Beast Titan says, but not yet.
Right.
So,
And then 5 years later, when they make the next season,
right.
It's crazy.
Yes.
That would drive me insane.
Yeah, it literally did. It ran for 10, 11 years.
Really?
All
No
said and
shit?
done. Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
So what was like the time frame from like season 1 to season 2, and then season 2 to season 3?
So
I think season 1 to 2 was like 2 or 3 years.
So season 1, the first episode aired April of 2013. Okay. And then season 2, the first episode of season 2 aired in 2017.
That's
4 years.
little bit
4
of a
years.
jump.
And then between 2 and 3, just a year. And then the final season, anywhere between December of 2020.
But they also have movies, correct?
Yeah, the ending movies came out in like January 2022, November 20.
It's a long ass time.
Yeah.
It was a long ass time.
10 years
Yeah.
Yeah.
All put together.
So
for 4 seasons.
right, 4 seasons and 2 movies.
But it seems like once they got past that that giant
Initial hump. Yeah.
that giant gap, they were
They
kind
got-
of okay.
They got their shit together.
And I feel like between season 2 and 3, or maybe it was 1 and 2. Anyway, between one of them, they completely changed animation studios
You could
as
tell.
well. So
You could tell in this one, I thought.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
The CGI is a lot more prevalent.
right,
I think it's a little more clear. It's
Yeah.
not as, like
It's smoother.
yeah, it's a lot more smoother.
right. Thoughts on the final episode of season 2?
I thought it was really good.
I do too. I mean, I think that you now understand why Aaron's so important,
Yeah.
because he
Can control.
it's called what, charge?
It's called the coordinate.
The coordinate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hell of a power.
And
Right.
I
Probably-
believe I'm gonna speculate that is the power that got the Titans in the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Okay.
you had
Like
power.
somebody had that power before.
Oh, I thought you meant like that Aaron had.
We also don't
so-
know who's
because they said it could have gone to anybody, but it went to Aaron, who was the worst person for it to have
Yeah.
it. So somebody has had it in the past, which is how else would you get Titans?
well, they obviously can
Well-
give
Inside a
and
wall.
take,
But it could
take
also-
the power because I
yeah,
mean,
because Ymir took a Titan power.
right? And she's like, I'm gonna have to give it back. So we
Right.
have no explanation on how that happens.
No.
we had no explanation on. There has to be someone that is able to turn humans into Titans. That has to be something.
Well, I mean, we've seen it before.
What? But we
Well,
we
like
haven't
turn them
seen it.
into turn humans into the
Who turned the village into
the
Titans?
regular Titans.
We've seen it before.
Who turned them into Titans?
Well, we don't know who turned them in, but we've seen humans turn into Titans before.
Well, we've seen Aaron and
Who are like controlled Titans? Like they can control their power.
Yes, but I'm saying someone injected them with a serum that gave them Titan powers.
Right, but we don't. That's what I'm saying is we don't know who's doing that within the wall, right? Because the village inside the wall
who
is
turned,
the one that.
who turned the village into Titans is what we want.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
you. I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
We have no idea how that happened, but it does happen. And why is there a difference between the Dum Titans and Aaron and Bertold?
Because
and
I think that
Rhina
the
and-
dum ones are the actual person that's turning into a Titan instead of the human being inside the Titan controlling it.
got you.
Is that correct?
Yeah, so basically, one of the weaknesses of a Titan is the nape of the neck. But if you cut the nape of a neck on like a regular Titan,
They're just dead. There's no one in there.
there's no one in there. Versus, a
So
human.
It's more of a mutation. For the normal Titans, it's more of like a mutation than
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's crazy that we still don't know.
2 seasons in, we don't even know what the Titans
Yeah, we still
are.
know basically nothing.
Right.
Well,
don't
you know that
who-
the Titans
we don't
are
know
humans.
who the main bad guy
Well,
is.
yeah.
though.
Okay, but also we're human, and then we turn into the Titan. Why aren't we turning into a more perfect specimen of human?
Instead
Like,
of some short, some
short,
tall,
yeah.
some tall and lanky.
none of them have buttholes.
Right.
Right.
Can't pass food.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
yeah, what
eat, but they can't eliminate.
right.
So it's
But they don't
it's
even
a
eat.
design-
They just
swallow.
regurgitate everything back up too.
Right.
Oh, they do. So that was
Yeah.
the question.
Do they
is,
need like sustenance?
No, Ymir literally just laid in the ground
for
for
60 years?
So
Yeah.
I think in some bizarre way that would be like a better human being.
I mean, it's obviously some kind of
guess.
magic
I mean,
or
some
something.
some like insane person who was like, let's make everyone Titans.
I think
Just
this
like-
was an experiment gone wrong.
Maybe.
They're trying to turn these people into Titans, and then they can't control them once they do.
Yeah.
So they've got to come up with better Titans, i.e., Eren, Bertold, Rhina, Amir, and whoever else
Right.
wants to be a cool Titan to hopefully rein in the population.
Right.
But I don't know. I could be spitballing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's interesting though that they have all these walls built up and there is life in a world outside of the wall, and they're like, it's really not that bad, like,
yeah. Ymir is like, but that's all she knows is that she was a
It's
Titan.
not
at
that
one
bad
time.
when you're a Titan.
right, right.
So, but here's another thing too is that they're called pure Titans. You know what I mean? Or people that the human turn Titans, and then you have the pure Titans, which are just like the ones that are out roaming around that don't have abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The pure Titans still do attack Rhina and Bertolt
Right.
and all of these others. So it's not like
They recognize.
yeah, 'cause
Right.
But they don't attack each other. I mean, obviously.
Because I think they still sense the human inside of the Titan.
Other pure Titans do sometimes attack each other, but it has to be for like a specific reason.
Right.
Like if they're fighting over food
yeah,
or something.
fighting over
Yeah.
food, but they're not just attacking them.
But I
They're all,
think-
they're all instinct,
to eliminate
right?
them.
But I think the
They're all
reason why they
eat.
attack the
Eat, eat,
half breeds is because they can sense like a little bit
Something
of humanity
different.
in there.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be explained later.
Sweet.
I'm sure.
So.
Well,
One of the 3 movies.
All right.
End.
in one of the mini OVAs, after we watch the nice bizarre ones
Yeah. Yeah.
where he goes
Get through those.
absolutely ape shit,
Yeah.
flies around,
No, thank you.
grows a
Commander
giant
picks
nose.
his. Yeah.
It's full on anime.
He loves
and I'm
it.
just like, nope, I'm out.
We completely disregarded Captain Aaron.
Captain Erwin. Yeah.
Erwin, yeah, he got his arm chomped off.
Yeah.
and he's still like keep going. I
Yeah.
don't know why you're stopping.
Yeah. I said it. Charge, god damn it! Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
baller. I loved it.
And then-
Yeah,
he's
I
a
love
badass.
And then
Erwin.
he came back.
Yeah,
Like he just tied his arm. He's like, I'm still in.
I'm still
and he's
You're
the
no
one
well.
he's the one that cuts Ymir, right, to get him open. Or no, he cuts Bertolt.
And it breaks Aaron free. Yeah.
But another very crazy part of the episode too is that you get Armin.
Yeah.
Goes absolutely
Went a
psycho.
little
Push some
crazy on him.
buttons.
Yeah.
Push some buttons
You're
on
just
all,
going to let her
Bertold.
just be experimented on. And
Yeah, it's
we're
he's
Torture
going to
her.
keep her
Oh,
alive.
we don't let her rest. No.
That was another Ren and Stimpy moment when their face like contorts. And yeah.
so basically, yeah, Armin is trying to talk with Bertolt to let him
Trigger
out,
him.
to trigger him, to get him to fight so that he gives Aaron an opening to get loose. Aaron's tied to the back of Bertolt.
And it worked like a charm.
So
Like, he
what-
fell for it, hook, line, and
He
sinkers.
did.
How does Armin figure out what buttons to press? Because Armin is even saying, like, I need to lose something in order to win this, because based off of the last season,
His mind.
I'd
That's
say
what he
he's
lost.
losing
when he lost.
empathy because
Yeah,
He's
well,
just like-
Armin is the most observant person in the entire series.
Yeah.
He never misses a beat. He's never not observing what's going on with
He's
every-
literally the smartest one.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he just gets it.
he's a pure strategist.
yeah.
but can't fight.
Well, he can't fight. His little sword waving.
oh, get away from me.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't really give him shit when Bertold did the same.
The same thing,
Like,
right?
Well,
Yeah.
which I never understood why Bertolt didn't change into giant.
I feel like
Titan
because
and-
of the size, it takes way more to turn into that
He's
Titan.
huge.
Like he's massive. Like even when on the bridge, he couldn't even transform.
He's what, probably
completely.
6 to 7, 8 times the size.
Oh, yeah.
of the
normal Titans.
peeking over the wall like it's
He's
nothing.
huge. Yeah.
He basically
250, 300 foot tall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Armin is basically like, I don't know why you guys are running off. We've got Annie. Because keep in mind, too, that season 3 is only like 2 or 3 days past. They haven't even heard any word on Annie. For all they know, Annie's somewhere in the doing something scout regiment thing, you know?
Oh yeah, they
And
don't
so-
even know about the fact that she's like in like a little icicle. or
Exactly.
crystal.
Yeah. And so Armin's basically like, yeah,
Bullshitting.
we've got Annie. You're just going to leave her if you're going to run off.
Yeah.
You know, we just, cutting her up and
Yeah,
torturing
trying to figure
her.
out what's going
We
on.
got your girl.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Something about
if
it?
that's what you want to do,
Wild.
yeah. And yeah, Bertolt falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. So,
Armin is basically Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes. Yeah.
From Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Hell yeah.
Figures it out.
all right. Anything else for this? I mean, basically what happens is Erin sees Han as kind of I wouldn't say father figure, but, kind of a
Savior.
leadership role.
Saved his ass.
He sees him get killed by the same
The
Titan
Same damn Titan.
that killed his mom. And,
So news to say he wouldn't let that slide.
right.
It does frustrate me that Aaron doesn't realize what he did.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I have the power to control
guess
him."
I did
What
that.
do you mean?
What you think was you punched a Titan in the palm of the hand
Yeah.
Stopped it.
and stopped it, and you think you didn't?
Right.
That was just
I don't
normal
think
behavior.
I don't think it's that he's like doesn't know, like he's genuinely oblivious. I think he's just like kind of denying it in his mind.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to be this
I
super
just don't
important
think
person.
he realizes that he has the power to direct Titans at all.
Yeah, but he just did it like that's what
Twice.
he wanted to happen, and that's
He
what
did it
happened.
twice.
Right.
I don't
You
think
can't
it's that.
figure that out.
I don't think it's that he wanted that specific thing to happen. I think that's just like he had so much anger that
Maybe.
somehow caused him to develop a new power. Or
Right.
He had this power that was just kind
We
of
saw the rainbow shoot from his fingertips. You know, like his fingertips grew back, and
Yeah.
yeah.
See, and I thought he was going to turn into the Titan there and start whooping ass. But
Yeah.
no, he's
I was
just gonna
expecting a new
tell all
Titan
the other
form, if I'm
Titans
being
just
honest.
to do my bidding.
Yeah. So he basically,
We can
think
see
of how
why,
important he's going to be now.
We can see why they were kidnapping him.
Yeah. I mean, but think of how important he's going to be to the inside the wall.
Ugh,
And just direct him all away.
right? If he can figure out how he did it.
Yeah, he can march him right out the
He's
gate.
going to have to be super emotional and pissed off.
Well, it's
Yeah,
going
he's
to be
gonna
this.
have to
It's going to be
grow
the
up a
same
little
thing
bit.
as his Titan form. He's going to have to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Unless it's just like a ultimate, like where he has to charge it.
charge it up and
All right.
let go.
So what do you give these 2 episodes?
I would give this or these 2 sets of episodes a single rating of 5 Hadoukens out of 1 Shoryuken.
Nice.
I was going to go 4 regular and 1 king size Snickers bar.
Dope.
So,
Okay.
right up there.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
Oh, man. I was thinking I might give this one red oak tree.
Red oak tree.
Yeah.
Oak tree.
That's as opposed to
Just like, I don't know, cardboard or,
Cardboard tree or just cardboard in
plywood,
general?
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
Solid.
Yep. Eee.
I give these 2 episodes French toast.
Ooh. Wow.
With-
Okay.
That's a high rating.
Yeah, it is.
French toast with extra syrup,
Oh.
And powdered sugar?
stuff.
Powder
but no
sugar?
bacon.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
No bacon. Just the French
So
toast.
A plus. Got it.
Yeah. Got it. Cool. All right, guys.
Wait, is there butter?
You already
on it?
know.
Going to be so done with our bullshit with our rating system.
Good luck keeping up.
Yeah.
Right. Technically, if you're going by seasons, halfway through the series.
1 and 2 in the books.
I don't like how he's saying technically.
Yeah.
Like he's
Well,
gonna
it's
make-
because season 3 is longer than season 1 and 2 combined.
Yeah.
How many episodes are in season 3?
27 or something.
Yeah.
They go by quick.
And I think with the movies, because the movies have like episodes in them, and I think there's like 91, 92 episodes, you know what I'm saying? So we still have 60 left.
Yeah.
So what are you guys thinking?
I'm ready to get some damn answers. Is what
Yeah.
I've been saying that since season 1.
I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
We still haven't made it to the house.
The
with key
basement.
to
Yeah.
find out what's in the basement.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I think you completely forgot about the basement. I feel like
Did you?
It's like a totem pole of things that are important. It's
Mm-hmm.
about here.
Okay.
No, I mean, because season 2 happened in 2 days, so they haven't,
yeah.
Haven't had
there's no
time.
season 1 happened in 5 or 6 years. You know?
Yeah.
Predictions?
No.
None.
I'm just gonna wait and see.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no predictions. None.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Predict that Aaron's gonna turn into a Titan.
Ooh.
I don't know. May not need
Maybe
to
not.
anymore.
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true.
May not need to anymore.
Oh, he's definitely
Yeah.
gonna turn into a Titan.
Like
Is there any character that's guaranteed to survive to the end of the show?
Mikasa.
Armin.
Okay.
No. Armin's dying. This
Oh, I don't
season.
think so.
I wouldn't say this season. I feel like
Season 3.
I feel
he's
like
dying.
Aaron's just a given. Like
He's gonna
he's gonna
survive.
survive. Like he's cheated death. Like
Oh, or he
10
sacrifices
times?
himself at the very end for something.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd do that.
Who knows?
I don't think you'd do
We'll
that.
see.
Mikasa maybe.
Yeah,
Mikasa.
Mikasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say that all of the questions that you have
Will be answered.
should be answered. Yeah. And if not, we can answer them for you.
What is one specific character? Just one character that does survive.
One character that does survive.
Yeah, just any character at all.
None of them.
Pick a rando.
It could be like John. Makes,
So like the last frame of the last episode. Is that what you're asking?
Sure.
Who?
but like yeah, like at the
Just-
end of the
just
series,
one.
one character that's still alive, or like technically,
Or don't
alive.
tell us and let us suffer.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to tell you shit.
I don't think he's going to tell us.
That's bad. That's you understand how bad that is, right?
That's because he knows that there are some that are going to survive, but he can't tell you that because it's going to ruin the show. Or there's also nobody worth mentioning that's going to survive except for the main cast.
Or literally everyone is dead.
Yep.
And that's how it ends.
I don't know.
Or it was
I'd
all
be
a
more
dream.
upset with Mikasa
If
dying
it's all a
than
dream,
Aaron.
I'm
not gonna
literally
lie.
not doing this podcast ever again, and I'm not trusting you for any anime recommendation.
It's not all a dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it ends
Okay.
like that, then we're going to have words.
Yeah. There's not. So
Maybe
I'll-
some actions.
I promise this. It's not a bullshit like, oh, it's all a dream.
Hold on.
Okay.
Watch your tone.
Watch your tone.
Saying elsewhere. I'm sorry. Okay.
Bob Newhart show.
Right.
Roseanne.
Right.
That was great.
Yeah. So
Lost.
I know that it's going to end at least positively because shows that don't get such a bad rap that they aren't as loved as this show is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anime people love this show.
For a good reason.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, I think we're going to get
I
a
can't
pretty
see
good
it having
ending.
a bad ending and everybody still loving the
Right,
show as
right.
much as they do. And
I have two
I've
employees
never-
at work that
well,
are
I've
big
never
anime
heard
and they
anyone-
love this show.
I've never heard anyone, never read anything, never saw anything that said this ends bad.
Yeah.
Like it was a great show, but it had a terrible
Right.
ending.
Well,
Okay.
it depends on like bad ending as in it sucked, or
Well, it
bad ending
sucked.
as
No, it can have a bad ending as in
That's sad or whatever,
sad.
but
So it could
it's
be
not
like-
stupid.
It's going to be a satisfying.
Also,
ending.
just the Lost thing again. There's a new documentary on Netflix that the guy goes. It's a documentary
it explains Lost.
that explains Lost. It is like made specifically because the guy was so sick of explaining it to people that he made a production Netflix documentary
All right,
I love
I'm
it.
gonna have to watch
about
it.
Lost.
I'm going to have to watch it.
It's great. It's
so
I
instead
haven't
of
watched it.
so
The show's
instead of
brilliant.
watching
I don't need to
Lost,
watch
I should
it.
watch the documentary.
I mean, if that's your choice, but you're missing out.
Should I just rename
doesn't
it
watch
Lost for
TV.
Dummies?
No.
So they're not all in purgatory on this show. It's not how it ends.
That's good.
They don't all. There's no aliens involved in this show either. Okay. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
And a definitive end.
And a definitive end.
Are there
Good.
any ghosts?
Okay.
Are
So-
ghosts in this anime?
No,
No.
no ghosts.
No.
Ghosts? No.
This
How about
is not-
ghouls? Are the ghouls?
This is not Don to
Little
Don.
green ghouls, man.
the little ones that go.
Right.
All right. Till next time.
All right. Till next season.
Let's do it.
Season 3.
All right.
All right.
Years.
Yeah.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi.